Hey everybody, welcome back to the Bourbon Note. I'm Greg.
I'm Ben.
And today, we're drinking bourbon. All right, Ben. I've always wondered about this distillery because they're huge. Everybody's heard of them.
Sure.
But for the longest time, I just assumed they were kind of like the Budweiser, kind of just big, mass-produced.
Bourbon doesn't really work quite that way.
It doesn't.
Like the big dogs often have like a lot of really great stuff, whereas with beer, you go for the craft stuff.
Exactly. But I finally discovered, they have a bunch of different lines, and we're talking about Jim Beam, obviously. They have a lot of really interesting things happening.
Yeah.
And this is a bottle. Let's go ahead and pull it in here.
Let's bring it in. Tell them what we have. We've got BAM Jim Beam Single Barrel 108 proof.
Just saw this in the store the other day. Never heard of it. I'm aware of single barrel, but normally it's a different bottle and 95 proof.
Something like that. I can't remember what mine was, but I know there are 95 proof ones out there. I didn't even know about the 108 proof until you showed me this bottle.
Yeah.
And so
let's crack it open.
Is there
hopefully they use their wax that is impenetrable.
It's not even wax. It's like a
plastic.
But there's not the little perforated part.
Oh,
here it is.
Maybe you could stick a little pull here logo or something, Mr. Beam.
I think we're gonna have to get the knife out because this the part that's supposed to be perforated, not that we're strangers to here, I got it.
Okay.
Not that we're strangers to getting beat up by the plastic. That's become an ongoing thing on this channel. I'm really interested in this because this is just 108 proof Jim Beam.
Right.
It's not Knob Creek, it's not Old Grandad. Those are all from the same distillery, of course.
But probably different yeast strains or mash bills or something.
Like the Old Granddads and Basil Hayden's or the High Rye.
Yeah.
I don't know what Baker's.
Right. That's a good question.
Because that's a single barrel and that's at 107.
Yeah. So maybe, and that's really, really good.
Yeah.
And the
ooh. Got that Jim Beam nuttiness on the nose right off the bat.
Well, that's a good start.
Yeah, I do like that actually. Oh yeah, that's really nutty.
Booker's and Baker's, Knob Creek, Basil Hayden.
Yep.
Fans of all of those.
Yeah, for sure. So 108 proof.
Caramely.
Yeah, this has got
rich. I'm guessing it's going to be kind of sweet. It sure feels like it should be sweet based on the nose.
It's got classic bourbon flavors, bourbon notes.
Oh, that's in the movie when they say the name of the movie.
Yeah, exactly. It's got classic bourbon notes, but it's got that nice roasted nutty profile on top of it.
Yep.
I don't know what the age is on this. It's not disclosed.
It's not.
There's a little bit of cherry that reminds me of...
I was going to say creme brulee, which is not that direction, but...
in the vanilla kind of
the roasted
area?
caramel vanilla thing, yeah.
And sugary.
Yeah.
But I feel like there's a little cherry trying to come through, and I remember getting that on that particular single barrel that I had of Baker's. Had a really nice cherry to it. All right, let's go in for the flavor here.
Velvety. That's got a great density.
It does, yeah.
A bit cinnamony, building cinnamon.
Yeah.
Traditional
There's some
caramel.
Well, I'm really getting the roasted nut flavor.
Yeah.
That's just it's super nutty. And I know Jim Beam kind of has the reputation for that. I've said before in other reviews, I get that more on Heaven Hill, and I know they also have kind of a reputation. I don't get it as much on Jim Beam as I think everybody else seems to.
Right.
Excuse me. This one, it's
It is
fully on.
peanut forward.
Yeah.
But I mean, there's a lot of other things competing for the forwardness. I mean, cinnamon is also right there. but it's reserved. Like I know some people are kind of anti-cinnamon, so they kind of avoid those. This definitely has a cinnamon spice, but it's a little bit below, and it's in check. It's not just wild. It's not Fireball or whatever.
Yeah, I totally get what you're saying. Boy, this is really nice. Very, yeah, it's traditional flavors, but the mix is different. Like the EQ is different on this one than it is on a lot of other ones.
So the initial flavor is kind of oily because it's like really wraps your tongue and velvety. And the heat is really low. Like it's 108 proof, but it builds. And then the cinnamon kicks in, the wood spice, and it really builds up and ramps up to just a great like flavor profile and then a good long finish.
Yeah.
So this is a really nice ramp up type bourbon.
It's a little dry. I feel like the nutty flavor along with the I think it's kind of got that dry oakiness to it. Kind of creates like a dry, not even just a dry feeling, but a dry flavor, where I'm not getting those like brown sugar notes so much.
I get a real sweetness.
They're there, but they're very, very beried.
So I think it has a consistent sweetness, but it's not just aggressive sugar.
Yep, right, yeah.
It just has a nice sweetness that sticks around.
Yeah. Getting a little bit of that creme brulee you were talking about.
Yeah.
Which is kind of in that sugary vanilla sort of vibe, at least for me.
I mean, I'm not going to tiptoe around the bush anymore. This is an exceptional bourbon. I think this is way above average.
I do too, actually. I think this is really good. How much was this one?
I think $35.
Oh, yeah, for that all day long.
Yeah, I mean, there are so many bourbons that are twice that price that are maybe good, but this is really, really exceptional.
I think I usually see these for 40, I think.
That could be, and maybe that's what
But that's just a 90 or 95 proof one.
Oh, huh.
And I want to say the one I had was 90. I could be wrong about that. I think the bottle's over there, but and so I kind of avoided them because while I liked that bottle that I had, I really liked it. I bought that one. It was at the gift set, came with like a decanter, and it was on sale. It was after Christmas, so they're getting rid of all those boxes and stuff.
Yep.
And so I kind of avoided them just because I thought the price point for not a whole lot more proof point than the original Jim Beam. I really want to say mine was 95 actually. Yeah, it's 15 proof points.
Yeah.
But I didn't know if it warranted the $40, you know? And so, not that I didn't want to try it, but it's just like, yeah, it's good bourbon, but I was concentrating on buying other stuff.
Sure.
At 108 proof, if this is the same price, it's definitely worth it.
I think so. This is really, really good. I did buy this in a different state. We took a road trip on Saturday to Hudson, Wisconsin.
Okay.
Found it over there.
But yeah, like you were saying, the sweetness is there, but I don't really consider this an overly sweet bourbon.
It's not aggressive. It just has a nice, mellow sweetness. It sticks around.
To me, it honestly comes off as a well-aged bourbon.
It does.
And I don't know if this is any more than 6, 7, 8 years. Who knows?
Well, that would be fairly well-aged, I think. But
right, but I mean, it comes across as a higher-aged.
Yeah, but I'm guessing this is pretty mass-produced. I mean, they produce a lot of this. You know,
Yeah.
they have to, you know, being who they are. But
Yeah, but it drinks like a 10 or north.
it
Your
is very, very nice.
So yeah, I'm really impressed with this for sure. So I'm gonna keep my eyes out for the 108 proof. And yeah, definitely recommend that for sure, especially for the $35 to $40. Yeah, I'm picking.
I was gonna give you that bottle, but nope.
With this one?
Yeah, not anymore.
Not because I like it so much.
Because
it terrible bottles.
Yeah, exactly.
Perfect. All right, well, this has been Jim Beam Single Barrel on the Bourbon Note. I'm Ben.
I'm Greg. Thanks for watching. Share this video with a friend or an enemy. Enemy?
Enemy.
Enemy. Cheers.